Welcome to our 13th Korčula School think tank session. The Korčula School, Transforming Politics Through a Gender Lens, is designed to be a unique political, ideological, free-thinking space for dialogue on critical, ideological and political issues focusing on gender equality. The rich program will foster substantive and stimulating discussions in an open and frank dialogue. I kindly ask Bjorn von Sydow, President of European Forum for Democracy and Solidarity, and Dasha Šašić-Šilović, Chair of CEE Gender Network and President of European Partners for the Environment, to officially open this year's school. We have an applause for them. Thank you.
Dear friends, it's a great pleasure to be here again. I visited the opening and the performance last year. I thought it was very stimulating. And we have been coordinating our admiring of what happened last year and enhancing it. And also European Forum is close to being exactly 30 years as well. So for us, we are not able to manage such a vitalization as you are. We are right now in a situation where we can make fact-finding visits, which I think is to be used with interest by all the social democratic European institutions and family. And we have a monthly letter, or it's really introduced when we have enough interesting things to publish. These are the two programs that we are performing right now, but we are very happy to be a part of this huge political and intellectual, and I would say also cultural event. For our message, we are very hopeful for these 2 days, and I now give the phone to you, Dasha.
Well, thank you very much, Bjorn. Actually, we are a part of the European Forum. We're formed by the European Forum and talk about it later. And as our home, thank you very much for coming. It's not an easy journey, I know, but sometimes it can be a rewarding journey. So we hope that apart from the vibrant, as Bjorn said, discussions, we'll also have vibrant networking and get closer to each other so that our cooperation can be based on, of course, political and ideological issues, but also on the friendships, camaraderie, and so. So comrades, welcome. We have a program which has been made in 3 segments. We generally do it in blocks. The first segment was what we discussed among ourselves this morning on the parties in the region, on the potential for cooperation. The second segment is the continuation, and many of you have participated in the session last year on Social Democracy 3.0. And that's why we're talking about revitalizing, resetting, regrouping, and rethinking, among other things, so that we break up the dogmas and the myths. Therefore, we have introduced that session on social democracy again to see where we are. We had the European elections, we had elections in the region, and to internalize our current moment. We will have a 30th celebration and a 13th year celebration of the Korčula School. Believe you me, it was not a very easy task. But we've made it, and we've made it with such wonderful women and men who have contributed throughout the 30 years and the 13 years. And so the segment tomorrow will be dedicated to gender equality. Gender equality as an issue which is very much on the political and ideological agenda today. And especially used as a casus belli against progressive ideas and our social democracy, democratic discourse. And therefore, we are looking at the backlash, which is not only a backlash on women and gender equality, which is general backlash, but this is a case in point, a litmus test of where we are with democracy and social rights. We're having a discussion on population culture, not only population policy, because that population culture also affects our lives. Somebody talked about people this morning. It affects the way we live. Then we have a project we wanted to present, and a project on sexual harassment, which we are doing with a number of countries from the Mediterranean, which has received a lot of interest in Croatia. And a discussion on youth. The FES has done a study, so we will hear about that. And of course, our colleagues from the FEPS are also organizing a very important discussion on the European Union and social policy, which will be after our school, which will be a fringe meeting. And we are very happy to have that discussion here too and host the fringe meeting. Without ado, we will open. I would, however, ask you to offer a minute of silence for our colleague, comrade, a brave man, a human and humanistic man who has supported gender equality in the European Parliament and reaching out to 230 million women in the European Union, Fred Matić, Predrag Fred Matić. He has been extremely brave. After all he has passed through during the war, the concentration camp and so on, he has remained a man, a human being that has worked for human rights, democracy, and in that context also gender equality. So please let's give him our respect. Thank you. Thank you, Fred. We'll not forget you. Thank you, and we can start with our first session in the afternoon. Bjorn and I will retire.